Welcome back everyone. In this video we will see how to create this using Python-GUI-Tkinter. So as we always do, we will start with coding. The first line is always, as we said, it is we will import the Tkinter module. So we will say from in the second step we will create our parent window. Then in the third step we will fix or we will make this window to appear on the screen. So we'll say window dot main loop. Now if we run it, we see that we have started creating the parent window. So now let me adjust the size of this window. So window dot geometry, then the size should be maybe 400 by 300, and let me make the background, no sorry, here we will have under quotation. Now window dot configure, then background equals let me make it powder blue. Fine. The other is, let me change the title, window dot title, then let me create the title to be buttons. Okay, now if I run it, now buttons, the title, the background has been changed, and the size has been fixed. Everything is okay. Now let me start creating the button. So when I'm creating the button, the first step is to give a name for this button, whatever, okay, whatever you want. You can call it btn or button, whatever you want. So let me call it btn1, for example, btn1. So this will be a button. So in capital B we will start, then you by default you get it here, so you can double click it. So button, then start the parenthesis. This button will be appearing on what? On window. Okay, so we will write here window. The text could be anything that you want. Let me name it click me. So this will be the text that will be appearing on the button. Now let me show you how it looks like. Now in order to make this button appear on the window, what we will do is, you can pack it or you can use the grid system. Now for this, let me pack it now. So btn1 dot pack, like so this button will be packed or will be made to appear on the screen. Now you see click me, see, but it's not working. It's just because we have not given any command for this button to do. So here let me change the color and the font, whatever it is. Okay, so now let me make the background to be let me use this color code hashtag 33ff99. okay, let us see the color. It's something green. Now let me change the font equals parenthesis. Now inside the parenthesis we will first give the text type. So let me make it Arial, then comma, then the size, let me make it 16 or 14, then comma. Now whether it's bold or whatever it is, so let me give it to be bold. Now comma, then now let me change the, let me run this one. line 9, what happens is this parenthesis, okay, this one by mistake. So now you see here it is become, the size has been increased. Click me, it is very visible. Now let me fix the border. So the border, we will make it more beautiful. We will say relief equals raised, okay, with capital R, capital everything. So here you see raised with capital, with uppercase, so raised. Now, and let me give you the thickness or the border depth. So BD, the border depth, equals maybe 8. Now let me run it. Now it is becoming so much beautiful. Now when I click it, when the button is active, it's giving me a whitish color, okay, here a white color. If you want, you can change the color to anything that you want. So let me make it active background to be equal to, maybe if you want, you can make it yellow, or yellow like this. Active background equals yellow. Let me click it here. Oh, it has become yellow. So when I click it, when it's active, it gives me a yellow background color, and so on. Okay, if you want, you can increase whatever it is. Now still, now when I click it, it's not giving me anything, nothing is appearing on this window. So now let me give it a command, comma here, command. What will be the command? The command is something that I am going to define, so that when the button is clicked, it will give me that result. So now let me give the command name to be clicked, for example, clicked. Okay, now what's you see that underlined with a red line, okay, with a red line. This shows me that this thing is unknown to Python. So because we have not defined it, so here we will define it. Define what? Clicked must be defined here, then colon. So what is this clicked function? So this clicked function, let me it is to show me a text or a label that would appear when the button is clicked. So let me call it label 1, capital L, label. This label here, a point to be noted here is that when I have put this colon here and I say enter, the cursor automatically goes 4 spaces away from this end. So it is indented 4 spaces here, okay? So this is only, this shows me, this will make the label that I'm going to define to be under the defined function here. So here label 1 equals capital L, like this label. This label will be appearing on window, the parent window, and the text could be text equals engineering empire, okay, engineering empire. So the font, the background, whatever it is, it's up to us. So now let me copy these things, okay, let me copy these things, maybe up to here, copy, paste it here. So the background, let me give it here comma, background will be this color, the font will be this and this. Let me make this one maybe 16, and so on. Now if you want to add another things, you can add it, okay. Now the label must be made to appear on the window. It should be packed. So label 1 dot pack. Now you see here there's a line, a warning line here so it needs you to give it 2 spaces here, 2 lines, 2 rows of space, then it will be okay. Now let me run it. When I click this one, it says engineering empire, because the command that the button is going to perform is already defined here. So clicked will be calling the function that we have defined here, where this function is a label with a text of engineering empire with a background of this and the font this one. This will be packed here. Now something to be noted here is when I click it here, it gives me this one. If I again click it, it will keeping increasing 1 row below the previous one. So something like this. Why this is happening is because the system that I am using to fix or to locate the label and the button is by using the pack. If I use the grid system, it will not cause this kind of things. Okay, so now let me fix the button location. Grid row equals maybe 0, column equals 0, and I want the label to appear on the second row, that is row 1. Okay, because here row 0 is the first row, row 1 is the second row. So dot grid row equals 1, column equals 0. Okay, let me run this one. Click it, it's here. If I keep clicking it, it will not add for me because it is fixed here. Okay, the label shall be only on row 1, column 0, on row 1, that is the second row, column, because this is row 0, this is row 1, and it continues row 2, and this is column 0. So this label is fixed on row 1, column 0. Now let me add another button where we click it, this window will disappear. Okay, now if I click here, it will only disappear, but I want to have a button that will cause this window to disappear. So now let me define another window, another button. Let me copy this one. So let me call it button 2. Now the text will be maybe exit, and let me leave everything else like that. Maybe let me change the color here to be maybe red, because we are going to exit to terminate. So the background color, whatever it is, let me define here another function. Okay, let me call it exit button. Okay, now let me define the exit button here. Okay, so define exit button here, then colon, then we say enter. Now I will say this will be window dot destroy. Okay, window dot destroy. This will make the window to disappear. Okay, let me run it here again. Oh, sorry, here the location has not been changed, so let me make this one on row 0, column 1. Let me run it here. Okay, so the problem is button 2 is here, so let me call here also button 2. So now let me run it. Oh, that's it. That's this one. When I click it, I will get engineering empire, then when I exit, it disappears. Now if I want to fix, now when I click this one, you get this kind of spacing. Okay, and this may not be beautiful, so let me make this engineering empire to be up to here, to include this one too. Okay, now let me write here on the label here. I will write comma column span equals 2. So now let me run it. Oh, this one is bit okay. This exit is on the top of this one. Now if we want to eliminate this thing, you can adjust the width of this button and this button so that it becomes okay. Now if I want, I can come here and I can add here width to be equals maybe 10, then comma here. You see here, engineering empire. Now exit, done. That's all for this video. If you have liked this video, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.